Good morning. Uh, we are in Mexico. We are in Cabo San Lucas, and we are uh, gonna. So we're in the let's see, uh, Baja California. So we're down at the bottom of the peninsula, and we're gonna do about an 85 nautical mile flight, and kind of just showing off total Mexico. So been a while since I've been back down here. I was thinking about streaming Orbic's tour with Great Britain, but when I kind of like did a couple of test flights, I just didn't like what I was seeing. And I've always been pretty happy with what I've seen here with Total Mexico. So we are going to go about doing that. So I am currently using a Bigscreen Beyond VR headset, and I have FlightSim.com force feedback yoke, and I have MFG crosswind pedals. So it kind of makes flying in X-Plane 12 quite a bit of fun. So we'll, without further ado, we'll go ahead and get this plane started up. So I'm going to turn the beacon on, turn some power on, and see if we can get everything going here. Okay. Okay. Looks good. Oh, give me a little more power. Something seems a little wrong there. Let me do some checking there. Seems kind of quiet. Move you out of the way a little bit. Yeah. That ain't right. Okay. There we go. That sounds better. I was like hearing, not hearing the sounds in my headset, so. All right, let's get some avionics going on. Turn taxi light on. Go on. What's the elevation here? Well, the elevation is 458 feet. Hello. That's close. So that's close. Alrighty. So let's look at ATIS. ATIS 12700. Whoops. For some reason my controller isn't liking me. I'm not sure why that is, but it's not. Whoops, that's not right. That is. So do I hear anything on ATIS? Nope. I don't hear anything.
Instruct ions.
Oh, there we go.
Advise on initial contact. You have information, Mike. Cabo San Lucas International Airport, information Mike. 1540 Zulu. Wind 075 at 2. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, scattered at 5,000 feet. Temperature 23. Dew point 4. QNH 1016. Density altitude 1400 feet. Transition level 190. Arriving and departing runway 29er. Advise on course heading, altitude.
Okay, so it says 29. So, well, looks like we got 29 dialed in. Let me look at my map here. So we're gonna have to do a back taxi. So I'll have to figure out how to do that. The tower is 118375.
Lucas International Airport, information Mike. 1540 Zulu. Wind 075 at 2. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, scattered at 5,000 feet. Temperature 23. Dew point 4. QNH 1016. Density altitude 1400 feet. Transition level 190. Arriving and departing runway 29er. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Mike.
Tower, Cessna 6 Bravo Golf. Ready to taxi to runway 29.
Cessna 256 Bravo Golf, San Lucas Tower. Taxi to runway 29er at your discretion.
Taxi to runway 29 at my discretion. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf. Okie doke. So I think I gotta go out this way to get onto the runway. And I got a back taxi, so. No. So it looks like I gotta turn up here. Okay. So I gotta go down the other end here. Do I? Nope. Okay. So I gotta... Okay, gotta go up here. So this is my discretion, so... I'll go back this way. Yep. I have 2.9 dialed into the directional gyro. Kind of weird right now. I've got 1,500 RPM in. Wow, it can't be that far uphill. Maybe it can be. I've never quite experienced this. For some reason, it was kind of like the brakes were on. I looked down, the brakes weren't on, so. Whoops.
Mitsubishi 92 Zulu, pass your message.
I gotta go outside and look at something at my airplane. I don't see anything obvious. That really seems odd. Okay. I'm gonna do a shutdown right now. So I'm gonna turn these off and put power back. Get this off. I gotta check. See if I see anything wrong. Maintenance report. I sure don't see anything wrong. So I should be able to just start it back up. Beacon on. Tower, Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, ready for departure.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, runway 29er, winds calm, cleared for takeoff.
Ready for takeoff, Cessna 6 Bravo Golf. Oh, I didn't activate my flight plan. Oh well. Alrighty, let's go flying. So we're climbing out at about 75 knots or 70 knots.
Mitsubishi 92 Zulu, welcome to San Lucas. Taxi to parking at your discretion and monitor this frequency.
Yeah, frequency and taxi parking for next. Thanks.
Okay. So we're climbing out at about 80 knots and just about on course. So everything's looking pretty good. For some reason, my yoke, when I was just getting ready to start streaming, it wasn't in the position it should have been in, so I had to reload the aircraft. So, okay, so we just took off from Cabo San Lucas. Yeah, Cabo San Lucas, and so we're kind of heading down. We're gonna head over to the coast and kind of follow the coast. We had a couple of look here a minute. So we got one fix, and then after fix one, about 10 nautical miles, we're gonna go to MMSD. Let me look and see what that is. So that's Los Cabos International Airport, and we're gonna see if we can do a touch and go there. It's kind of my goal. So let me go down here, turn COM 1, COM 2 on. This didn't work. Okay, so we're at 3,000 feet, so pull power back a little bit. Yeah, for some reason, I have the ATIS on COM 2. And on the active, I have turned COM 2 on. For some reason, I'm not hearing it. I'm not sure why. So 127, let me, I need to investigate this, but not right now. So let me... So for some reason, it's almost like my COM 2, maybe the COM 2 radio volume is down or something. So let's...
00 feet. Transition level 190. Arriving and departing runway 34, advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact, you have information Julian. Aeropuerto Internacional de los Cabos, information Julian. 1551 Zulu.
34.
Wind
Okay.
calm. Visibility.
I'm not sure I understand that. Yeah, it's like a common volume, so that isn't it. That's weird. So what's the elevation there? So the elevation's 300 feet. So 1,300 feet is going to be the pattern altitude. 34. So we'll dial in 118. No, actually leave.
Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact, you have information Julian. Aeropuerto Internacional de los Cabos, information Julian. 1551 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, broken at 5,000 feet. Temperature 19. Dew point.
Look, we got a golf course down there? Yeah. That's the scenery. I mean, a couple things I'm looking at is, one, just performance, and we're doing pretty good. And, it's just the scenery in general, and all that, like, looks quite believable, so. Okay, so... Tower, Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, request touch and go on runway 34.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, runway 34, left circuits approved. Report downwind each time.
Left circuits approved. Report downwind each time. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf. Okay, so he wants me to do a pattern. Okay, that's fine. We'll figure it out when we kind of get there. About 8 miles out. So probably ought to get it off an autopilot and start flying this airplane. Okay, so I'm quite sure that's the airport right there. So I'm gonna go out and do a teardrop here and Downwind runway 34, Cessna 6 Bravo Golf.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, continue downwind, runway 34. Report when turning base.
Golf Charlie Sierra, contact departure on 128.7.
128.7, Golf Charlie November Sierra. Have a good day.
Delta 3561, San Jose Tower. Welcome to San Jose. Contact ground on 134.1, please. Thank you very much. 134.4 for Delta 561.
Okay, we're on the wide arc. 1 notch of flaps. Turning base for touch and go, Cessna 6 Bravo Golf. Allison. Oh my word. Oh, no way. Cool. Oh, thank you for all the follows. We're a little busy right now. Turning final, Cessna 6 Bravo Golf for touch and go. Ooh, way too high.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, welcome to San Jose. Contact ground on 118.45.
Cancel landing intention, Cessna 6 Bravo Golf. Oh, too cool.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, winds calm, runway 34, clear to land.
Tower, Cessna 6 Bravo Golf. Clear landing intentions, Cessna 6 Bravo Golf. Just give me a second. I'm fighting with SayIntentions a little bit. Let's see here. I gotta get over on course here. Tower, Cessna 6 Bravo Golf. Cancel landing intentions.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, landing clearance cancelled, runway 34, cleared for touch and go.
Oh no. Oh well. Now let's get out of the airspace here. Well, hello from Canada. I live in Harbor Creek, which is on the southern shore of Lake Erie. So let me see what I want to do here. Yeah, this is kind of what is what one of my streams is like. We stream VR, and not everybody can watch it, but I enjoy VR very much. Get rid of some power here. Let me see what I want to do. Don't want to really go over this airport. There we go. Okay. So plate level change 83 is fine. Let's put me on cars. Okay. Now I can kind of get back to chat. Yeah. So I'm in Baja California, and so we're on basically the southern tip of the peninsula there, and so I'm. I fly a lot of places, and but so I'm flying X-plane, and excuse me, and there's a scenery package called Total Mexico that I'm friends with the author, and so basically what he did is he basically redid the mesh here in Mexico. So all the height maps and all that stuff, he redid all of that. So because of that, all of it is nice and accurate. So it's kind of fun to fly down here because I had like flown in with Orbit Stewart, Great Britain, and that looked pretty nice. But what I didn't realize is how big Mexico is. Very big. And how much varied terrain there is. There's a lot of varied terrain. So it's been kind of fun to just spend some time down here. Because back home where I live, I have snow. So it's snowing cold. So once again, now that I'm kind of less occupied, thank you for all the follows. It's such appreciated. And Allison, thank you for the raid. That was priceless. I'm trying to figure out my approach and trying to talk to SayIntentions and get it to give me a touch and go, and I wasn't succeeding. So, but I think we're all good now. So excuse me. So like I said, I'm using a Bigscreen Beyond. It's probably obvious from the webcam, and I also have a new VR headset on pre-order. I have a Megan X Superlight, and looking very, very much forward to that headset. So I'm a very big believer of wearing of not wearing a brick on my face. I've done that for too many years. And once I got to Beyond, it spoiled me. It was like, nah, if you're over 200 grams, that's too heavy for me. So this one here is without the head strap and just the basically the VR headset itself is like 127. The Megan X Superlight's 185, so it's still a reasonably light headset. So. But that's what I enjoy. And the other thing is, before I got this headset, I used to fly steam gauges because these G1000s, the gauges weren't clear enough for me. They would be too difficult to read. You would get eye strain trying to read them. So I was running steam gauges. Now, G1000s are a pleasure. So and the new headset will be even nicer. So. So personally, I am a former student pilot, and so I enjoy flying 172s because that's what I trained in, and I have 108 hours in a real 172. So I'm a former student pilot. I had to quit because of just stress at work. Now I'm retired, so I don't have that stress, but also don't have the disposable income I did when I was working. So what I do is I use VR and my flightsim.com force feedback yoke to kind of make my cockpit probably as close as I'm ever gonna get, other than flying in a real airplane again. So that's kind of where I am. The one thing I'm trying to show off is if you look at like these coastlines, like how nice this water looks like. The water match to the coastline, and that's a new feature of the last few versions of X-Plane 12 that they have made available, and the author of Total Mexico has taken full advantage of how of those features. So when we like look down here, you know, you can see like just like a little town here, you know, and from my viewpoint, I mean, we're at 3,000 feet now, and everything is clear. I mean, I watch streams today in VR that when I'm watching it, it's like everything like looking out here shimmers, and I don't see that in my headset, or rarely, and also don't see it in my VOD. So I'm kind of pretty happy how my VODs turn out. There's always going to be this problem that what I present is what I see out of my headset. So if I hold my head fairly steady, if I'm talking, it'll still be probably jumping a little bit. But if I hold my head fairly steady, then the image will not be moving around so much. But that's not what I'm doing in real life. In real life, I'm looking around, just seeing what's going on, and especially like landing and in a pattern. So certainly open to any questions that you might have about my setup, how I make VR, how I bring all the gadgets that I have in my VR cockpit, bring it in. Always willing to share that knowledge that over the probably last 5 or 6 years that I've started, that I've been flying in VR, and the last 3 years of that, 2 or 3 years of that, I've streamed it. So this is FPS VRs, but kind of like lets me know like how my system's performing with this headset, and so you can see for X-Plane I'm doing 70% of 100% of Steam VR, so 2980 by 2980. So that's what I'm giving X-Plane to render. So. So it allows me to have like all these gauges, like all the numbers and stuff are all quite quite readable. So the next airport I'm going to do a flyover, and the final airport, I'm not sure how far away we are. Oh, 2 fixes. Oh, we're a bit away, so. But it's just great how how well the terrain and stuff looks, you know, and so you can see like kind of a main road, and then you see all the dirt roads, you know, that you can see down through here. It's kind of cool. So. So it's normally how I like to do my flights, my streams, is usually, so I'll take off from one airport. I'll normally pick a middle airport where I'll do a touch and go, and then I'll do a landing on the final airport. So what I find down here is it's hard to I have Navicraft, and a lot of the airports don't have the charts and all that stuff that you normally would have in a more less rural part of the world. So a lot of it I have to kind of figure out on my own, and what I have been doing is using the map in X-Plane to kind of help me out on the runway, the taxiways and all that stuff on the airport. So. So that's kind of interesting. I was just looking at what the last transmission from San Jose Tower was. Landing clearance canceled. Got that part. Runway 34. Cleared, touch and go. That That don't seem to match at all. So, oh well. And the last airport I'm going to land at, it doesn't have a tower, so it doesn't even have a CTAP. It does have it is a paved runway though, so I'll be pretty much on my own for the last landing here. So, but that's a piece away, so probably 30 miles away, 30, 40 miles away, so it'll be a ways. It's kind of interesting area here. You got, when you look over there, you can see like a few houses, not very many, you know, kind of in the valley of the mountains and stuff there, and but not a whole lot of population out through here. So I'm not sure if along the coast. Would I look? Yeah. Let me. Hopefully we won't make anybody sick. Use chase plane. Ooh, there we go. So, I don't like that view. There we go. I like chase plane better. So, you can see here, there's way more towns and stuff along the coastline and stuff. So. But just the detail of the different elevation changes and stuff with the low foothills here is pretty cool. So it's hard to tell what this is. It almost looks like it's like maybe when it rains, it's like a dry riverbed or something like that. But also you see marks, almost like vehicles go up and down it. So I'm gonna jump back in. Okay. So a couple of things that how VR works in X-Plane. So if I come over here to my flap indicator, as you see, when my VR controller gets close to that turns green. The other thing that's going on is in my VR controller, I will feel that. So as I get close to it, I actually feel it, and so all the knobs are that way. They have like a green bounding box around them, but also there's a haptic feedback in the VR controller. So the same way as if I let me find something I can play with here that won't hurt anything. Okay, so if I'm on the nav on the big knob, and if I pull the trigger and then rotate my controller, I can feel, I can hear, and I can the engine's a little bit loud, but I can hear the clicks of the numbers as they change, and I can also feel it in the haptic in my VR controller. So same way as trim wheel. If I come in here, of course the trim wheel's moving by autopilot, but when I come in close, when I get close and when it goes green, I feel it in the VR controller. So it is a very so I use my VR controllers in X-Plane just like I would use my hands in real life. And the controllers I have are valve index, so they stay on my hands. So if you noticed when you guys joined, I was doing an approach, and so I had no problem with one hand to control this airplane and land it. And I was coming in too fast, so I was letting it go further down the runway because I didn't want to try to put it on the ground. Because when I looked, I was over the threshold at about 80 knots, way too fast. So I waited until I was around 60, looked, had enough runway, I could pull it off, and just let it bleed off the speed. And when I was getting ready to flare, I was a little too high, so I just released on the yoke a little bit and let it fly a little bit, lose some more airspeed before I finally touched down. So, but that's basically how I interact in the virtual VR virtual cockpit, and with these controllers. So physically, what do I have? I have a force feedback yoke, the FlightSim.com CLS60, and I have MFG crosswind pedals. And all other interactions is either with voice commands or with my VR controller. When you look on the map here, you see a bunch of little green dots there, and there's some like just dirt strips out through here, you know, just real small strips. So.
Attention all aircraft, Kilo Noka QNH 1016.
So I'm using SayIntentions for my ATC. So sometimes I'll ask for flight following, other times I just don't. Just, you know, like right now I'm at 3,000 feet, so I'm just VFR. I wanted to look at this town, so I'm gonna jump outside. So you can see this town here, getting just a little bit of shimmer on the town, on the kind of the whole town, just a little bit. But these buildings here, not. It's almost like when it's at a distance, and maybe it's just the, let me see if it's the angle. Nope, not the angle. But you can see here, so this is like a little harbor here, you know, so it's kind of cool. You know. So that's a channel, you know, that the ship, the boats can get in there. And so as you get closer, then that shimmer doesn't seem to be there anymore. But I don't see it all the time, so it's kind of interesting how that works. I think it's just the anti-aliasing could use a bit of help. So you're kind of wondering, like, what is the purpose of this? Is that wide enough for a cruise ship to come in? It seems pretty snug to me, you know, that for a cruise ship to get in there. But yeah, but it doesn't look like there's docks and stuff, so it's kind of not so sure what that is. So. Like there's a ship boat out there. So there's a button here on my menu that says get in pilot seat. So what I do is I look right straight ahead, trying to look in the middle of my yoke, and then pull the trigger. And when I get it right, that's about what it should be is. So this is my physical yoke, and it is almost matching where my my real yoke is. And so when I have myself set in the correct place, so if you can see from the camera, I am need to adjust this. I am sitting in front of my desk. So people will go, well, controllers are going to hit your desk. No. It's all in how you set up your cockpit. So what I've done is I've taken the virtual cockpit here and I've shoved it in front of my desk. So if I put it in here, that's where the edge of my desk is. So I can hit every button in here and I'm never going to touch my desk. I may touch my yoke, but I won't touch the desk because the VR cockpit here is in front of my desk. So it's all in how you adjust your seat position related physically to the VR space. So, and once you do that, Code Nebo, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Hello there. Thanks for stopping by. Did you come in with the raid? Thank you. Not everybody can watch these, and I get it, you know. Oh, no problem at all. Fully understand. Fully understand. Yeah, after I get done streaming, I'm fixing supper for my girlfriend. So now, this is the problem, and it's life as a VR streamer. Not a lot of people can watch this. You know, let me rephrase that. Some people can't watch it, and because of that, you'll have like. I don't have a lot of followers, but that's not my driving force. My driving force is to show how I enjoy VR, generally with X-Plane 12, or X-Plane in general, but I also have Microsoft Flight Simulator too. So I have both, and what I find personally, the VR controllers, and I love my VR controllers, that implementation on X-Plane is so far advanced compared to Microsoft Flight Simulator that it's really not funny at all. There is a huge difference. So, and so that's probably why I spend more time in there. I go to Flight Sim Expo pretty much every year. For the last 2 years, I've approached Jorg, the head of Microsoft Flight Simulator, and says, "Can you make the VR controller support better?" Both times he's assured me he can, but it's just not. It is way different. So, so that's kind of my story and why I do what I do. So. Yeah, and that's kind of what I try to convey to anybody who wants to ask how I do what I do. And so the other thing is kind of important is I use a program, and this Bigscreen Beyond is a Steam VR headset, so it's a Steam VR ecosystem. So I have a program called OVR Toolkit, and it allows me to bring windows into the VR space. So this window here, the chatty window that my chat is on, that's brought in with OVR Toolkit. So I have that window. That window there is the tool for my force feedback yoke. This window down here is SayIntentions. So that tool allows me to bring those into the cockpit, so that I can basically, because the problem is when you're in a VR headset, you can't get to the desktop. So what I do is I bring a window of my desktop in, so that I can, if something kind of goes a little wrong, I can basically look at my desktop and kind of see and react to whatever I need to. So, but most of the time it's irrelevant. It's not needed at all. So then the other thing is like this little gadget here, and this here, and this down here. Because I use X-Plane, these are Plywood Lua scripts. So basically, I am the head of development of Plywood Lua. So Plywood Lua is basically a Lua implementation of X-Plane. They have, I think X-Plane has 4 or 5 different ones. I happen to be the head of development of one of them. And so what the cool thing is that you can write a Lua script, and basically this window here that you can see in VR, I can write that in 2D, so not in VR, and it will automatically come in when I go into VR. It's all automatic. You don't have to do nothing, and which is a very, very, very powerful tool. So for people that fly in VR, that you can get anything that the people in 2D can see, you can see in VR. So it's a pretty cool thing. So. But basically what this is for the 2 outer tubes are my rudder pedals. The next 2 inner ones are my toe brakes. The middle one is my yoke, and this is the pitch of my yoke, and this is the roll of my yoke. So, because kind of what I'm testing is the new software for my force feedback yoke, and how well it's performing in X-Plane. So far it's working great for me. So. And the other thing I check from time to time is just look out the window and look down. And what you want to see is a smooth changing of the terrain below. So you don't want to see a jump. You just want to see it smoothly roll by, just like you would if you were flying in a real airplane. And and that's what I'm seeing today. So I'm these are just awesome today. That so both my frame times. I mean, anytime you see green in this bar, you're doing good. So I have green, a little bit of ambers, and but no, we're all fine. Something. Whoops. I'm watching myself go over the water and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I was having too much fun with chat. I was supposed to land at this airport. So, alrighty. Let's get figured out what you're gonna do here, Bill. I'm gonna pull the power back, get rid of the flight director. And there's no sense in asking for tower because there's none here. So let me look back. Let's see. I'm gonna assume I'm gonna be landing at 29. Yeah, I'm gonna assume I'm landing at 29. So give me a heading bug set for 29. 30. 29. Okay. Because I was looking, I was like, where'd my flight plan quit? And then I looked at the flight plan here and went, oh, because this is the airport you're supposed to land at. Oh, just having too much fun. Okay, so where are we at here? So we're 33 feet, so I'm at 2,200 feet, so I'm a bit high. So we will kind of play around a little bit here. Gonna try to trim it to get the airspeed to drop here. Not sure if I can get rid of all this. Trying to get my nose up. Maybe not that far. Oh well, we'll figure it out. So this is the runway we're going to land at. We're going to land on 29. So we're going to be coming back the other way. So, ain't too bad. The airspeed's too fast though. So, trying to get the nose up enough I can knock the flaps out. There we go. Okay, we'll be okay. We'll figure it out. So there's a runway back there. Now, put some more power in because you're going to get yourself in trouble if you don't. So, looking back, want to be at 45 degrees. And one thing I have found is that it is hard when you're out here to kind of keep track. So I'm going to turn on base. Second notch flap. And, no. Because this water is so flat that it's, oops, get back in there, that it is really hard to judge depth perception. So, hold on, power all the way back. We got 2 notches of flaps in. This is one short runway here. So, trying to get rid of some elevation. That worked pretty good, actually. Alrighty. Runway 29, coming in for land. Whoa. Great landing. No way is that a great landing. Alrighty. So my landing rate indicator here says very good flare. Great landing. No, that wasn't a great landing. I gotta spin around here. Flaps up. That was hilarious. Alrighty. Part of the problem is that you can look at how far this runway drops. So let me get this plane spun around here. I want to look at the other end of this. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna go up here. 'Cause there ain't nobody here, so I want to go up here. So there's a crest here. Wow. So I was like, what is going on? Got too much throttle here. Yeah. So the beginning. Yeah. Yeah. So the beginning of this runway, you gotta clear the houses here. So I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna spin around. Okay. So you're coming in to land and you're looking down this runway, and normally you're normally you're looking at the length of the runway to kind of judge your landing. Now, the problem here is that you can't see the end of this runway because it's below you. So when I was coming in, I was thinking, wow, this is really bad. And but according to actually when I landed and flared, it wasn't. So that is craziness. So alrighty, I'm gonna come over here where these other aircraft are. So too cool. This was fun. This was fun. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you get to see how far that drops down. So it makes landing. I keep getting too much throttle in, and so this is also fun. So you look at where these planes are parked. So I got to climb this hill here, and then get the plane turned around. Whoa! Uh-oh! Oh no! Hopefully I cleared it. Oh, let's see. Stop. Put the brakes on. Alrighty. Let me, so we'll get the avionics off. Kill the plane. Power off. Okay. Whoops, I'm gonna do this. There we go. Okay. Sounds good. Okay. That's, I'm going to call it. That was my stream for today. And to everybody who stopped by, thank you so much. This really made my day. And if you, as I say, if you enjoy this content, just click on the follow button so that when I go live, you'll see. I've been trying to stream like recently. I'm going to try to stream once a week, and normally like on a Saturday. And I normally start at 11 o'clock is generally what it was. I started doing that because I had a lot of people from Europe that would they would jump in and they would so that would be like in the afternoon over there, you know. So and like I said, this is kind of the content that I do. Probably I'm thinking my new headset's supposed to come sometime this month, and then I'll be showing off that headset. So we'll kind of go on from there. So without further ado, everybody have a great day. I know you've made my day, and so we'll see you later. Hopefully we'll see you in another stream. So bye bye.